Hello, Cedric.
Hello,
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
Uh, you surely know why you're here. My name is Felix Timmer. I'm the HR manager of the Amsterdam Institute for Research, AIR. You probably read a bit about us, like we do various projects in areas of education, health, public health, and also for private sectors and workforce where we collect data and make statistics about it in order to improve the proceedings, in order to improve basically the proceedings, to make them more efficient so that goals can be reached faster and more efficiently. For the vacancy you've applied for, you have some responsibilities. For example, you need to be able to use software such as Photoshop, and communication is key also because you have group projects and individual projects. So I want to ask you some questions about your motivations, also your resume, and gather some hands-on examples from your past in order to see whether you fit our organization and also our goals as an organization. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes. Okay. So I first want to start by asking you what motivated you to apply for this job?
I would say straightforward that doing research motivates me to apply for the internship at your organization. Especially when I read the brochure, what was asked at the organization. We're doing a wide range of projects that really interest me. You're working with the youth and youth education. Me myself, I used to work with youth in as an intern in my past company, and I wanted to broaden that and to go further on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what motivates me.
Mm-hmm. And why psychology and like statistics and analytics? Do you know?
Yeah, psychology is really an education where you get to learn people and where you have to do a lot of statistics to get to know people and to better understand the development and of people. So I like to do that, and it's really interesting to get to know, to do research in that kind of environment where those, I mean, statistic is the main hardcore subject in psychology, where you really have to work with numbers, and that really interests me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I've gone through your resume, and yeah, it struck me that you worked as an assistant for the Youth Ledger de Hiles. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, could you maybe explain what exactly this organization is and what was your what did you do there?
Well, that is something really totally different from what I applied to yet. The Youth Legatus House is an organization that help youth who are at risk of substance abuse. Those children so they take those youth in their home. They give them training. They try to get them out of addiction. My job as an intern there was to make sure that the youth there were not at risk, the youth that who were at risk to detect them really early, and to set up programs to help them deal with their addiction.
And you were responsible for analyzing data?
Yes, I was responsible for analyzing the data. So the data came in, we analyzing data, and also set up programs to detect youth that were at risk of substance abuse, and to help them, so to not only to detect them and to help them overcome those issues.
Okay. What do you think would be strengths or maybe weaknesses of yours, like that you realized over your past experiences, that might be helpful or detrimental to this position?
I think one of the strengths is that I never give up. I'm someone who never give up. Even though the workload is very high, I can manage it. I'm really flexible. I can cope with a lot of new situation where you have to adapt to new situation. That's one of my strengths. And the weakness, it will be that I really have to set boundaries, because sometimes I overuse the strength that I have. I'm really not so easy to be restrained, so I have to use boundaries to get, like, relax a little bit and let things go.
Are these also like interpersonal boundaries where you get too invested, or what do you mean by
those interpersonal boundaries, that where I really, because I'm highly motivated when I do a job. I'm highly motivated. I give always more than 100% in the job. So there are interpersonal boundaries that I have to set up, and to know that to set myself, now is enough. I can relax a little bit. But the thing is, I really get engaged in my working. So that is something that really happens every time I work in a company. I really get engaged. So it's really difficult for me to let things go and set the boundaries.
I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. I mean, we need some motivated people for sure. I want to continue with asking you about more specific situations from your memory. First of all, I'd like to know how I'd like you to think about an instance, and like, it doesn't even matter in which job or internship, but situations where you had to perform as a group, and where there were challenges, and maybe due to stress, due to interpersonal conflict, and what was your role in order to the group to succeed, or maybe not succeed? Can you maybe think of a situation and tell me about it?
Yeah, then I have to go far back when I was a soccer player. I was a soccer player, and I had a lot of responsibility in the team, because I was a team captain. And that season wasn't going very well. So he had a really bad atmosphere at the team. It was really everyone was down, and the guys really needed some extra energy to continue to go on. You can imagine that when you lose 7 straight games, that the spirit of the guys is not so well. So I had to do something. So I called the guys up because we had 10 games to go. So I assembled the guys and we talked about the situation. There were some guys who didn't want to talk with the other guys, but we sat together and made them sit together and to talk together, to talk about the situation. And we conclude that what resulted is that we concluded that we're gonna work harder, make the best of the season. And I think she really went well because at the end of the season, everyone was happy. But I don't think that if I didn't talk to the guys, brought the guys together, I don't think it would have happened. I think that would have been a catastrophic situation season that year. So that's one example where I showed that I can work in a group. I brought the guys together, and that's also what I think better communicate with each other is really essential when you have conflicts.
Yeah, what I get from that is that you took initiative as a leader and brought them together in order to focus on the goal again, which is great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that elaborate answer. I still want one last question for you. I hope you're still there. But yeah, about we have some serious deadlines because our clients, like sometimes you have banks or private sector companies who need our help, and they have strict schedules, and so sometimes it gets pretty stressful when it comes to programming algorithms and stuff. So I wanted to ask you about like stressful situations where time was limited in the past, and you had to overcome the stress in order to get the job done. Do you remember such a situation, and could you walk me through it?
Yes, when I was studying psychology, I had exams. I had 5 exams because I had to retake the other exams. Normally you have 2 exams in one period, but I has 3 more exams from the year before, that I had to retake. So it was really intense situation, really stressful situation, and I had only like 3 weeks to prepare for all those exams, and there were really big exams like biology and statistics 1. So I really had to manage my time really well. So what I did is that for each day, I made a schedule that I woke up early, so at 6 o'clock, I wake up early until 12 o'clock. So I will work for one exam, for one subject. And so as I complemented all those subjects. So I had to manage my time and the pressure. So I really, what the result was is that it really lessened this pressure, and I did great in those 5 exams. So yeah.
You didn't fail one?
No.
That's great.
That was great. I didn't fail one. So
that's exactly what I'm sorry, we don't have too much time. That's exactly what I wanted to know from you, your time management skills. Yes, I will. Do you have some questions maybe? Because I'm done with my questions. Thank you very much for your answers.
Thank you. I don't have any more questions.
No, you don't?
No.
Well, thank you for your time. I will share the details of your applications with my colleagues. We have some meetings about it. You're obviously not the only one who's applying for the job, and yeah, I have your email and your phone number you gave me. Yeah, you gave me that. You'll be noticed beginning of next week, and yeah, Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.